Hello, how are you? Today I brought a wonderful recipe for your breakfast or your afternoon snack. It's a recipe that's ready really quickly, high in protein, very rich in fiber, and keeps you feeling full for a long time. This recipe doesn't use wheat flour, doesn't contain gluten, doesn't have milk or dairy products, and you're definitely going to love it. Stick around until the end because you won't want to miss this. Before we start, I want to ask you, for breakfast, do you usually eat sweeter foods or savory ones? Let me know in the comments down below. If you can, go ahead and leave a like because that shows YouTube that you support the channel and trust my content, and share it with someone who also likes healthy recipes. To get the ingredients, just take a look at the description. I always leave them there. So the base of our recipe, check this out, is going to be cooked chickpeas. I've already soaked them and cooked them in the pressure cooker, the usual drill. And chickpeas are a really interesting vegetable because they're very high in fiber and proportionally very high in protein too. Even though it has carbohydrates, its glycemic index is much lower because it contains a good amount of protein and natural fiber. To blend together with the chickpeas, I'm going to add an egg here, which adds more protein and healthy fats. And adding the egg now will help make it easier to blend the chickpeas better. I'm going to blend it with an immersion blender, but if you want to use a regular blender, that works too. So let's blend it. Look, it turned into this little puree. Now I'm going to add the baking powder so it dissolves well and doesn't form lumps. I'm going to add the salt. And to get the right consistency for our recipe, I'm going to use coconut flour, which is magical. It absorbs a lot of liquid. Coconut flour is not shredded coconut. It's a different product and doesn't have a strong coconut flavor. It's very low in carbohydrates, so it helps balance things out here, is rich in fiber, and ends up absorbing a lot of liquid. So when I add it here, you'll see that it will quickly change the consistency of the batter. Patricia, but I can't find coconut flour here in my city. There's no coconut flour where I usually make my recipes. That's not a problem. You can use oat flour, you can use flaxseed, you can use psyllium. And the most important thing is that you add it little by little until you reach this consistency here. Coconut flour, as I told you, absorbs liquid very quickly. You saw that with just a small amount, it already gives the batter a very good consistency. But if you want to use another type of flour, that's no problem at all, as long as it's a healthy flour, of course. And ideally, you should keep adding the flour in the amount you think is needed until you reach about this dough consistency. So I grabbed my baking dish here, greased it with a little bit of olive oil, and now I'm going to transfer the dough over. Look at this amazing dough. Now I'm going to spread it out here and bake it in the microwave. Of course, you can also bake it in a conventional oven or even in a frying pan. Let me know where you prefer to make it. Then I'm going to add a few more ingredients to make it even better, which is optional, but I always like to give it a little extra touch. So I'm going to finish leveling it out, put it in to bake, and I'll be right back. Look how amazing this is, just 3 minutes, it's so fast. So what I'm going to do now is take my slice of cheese here to make it even better, add some tomatoes, you know I love tomatoes, a little bit of oregano, and then I'll put it back in the microwave for a few more seconds to finish it off. I grabbed the oregano. I had forgotten about it. Now I'm going to put it back in the microwave for about 10 more seconds just to soften the tomatoes a bit and melt the cheese. Look at this. It turned out beautiful. I'm going to take a piece from the edge here so you can see the texture, but without ruining my masterpiece. Look at this, how amazing. Make this at home. You're definitely going to love it. Remember to like the video and share it with people who would enjoy it. Let's grow our chain of kindness. That's what I want here on the channel. Let's try it. How delicious. Chickpeas have a wonderful flavor. And don't worry about the coconut flour. It doesn't add any taste at all. Go ahead and make it and let me know what toppings you choose. See you next time. Bye.